Hi guys and welcome to Yocto Gaming Plays Football Manager 2022. We are currently on the road to greatness with non-league team Dulwich Hamlet. This is episode 33 and as always I'll do a quick overview of what's going on. So I believe I'm in the 4th season in the Vanarama National League and the year is 2026 in game. We have played 7 matches, won 4, drawn 2 and lost 1. So I have high hopes for this season. Just going to take a look at the schedule, or schedule, depending on how you pronounce it. We have the month of September to play. I'm going to try and see if I can get through all of September and maybe a bit of October, depending on how our start can be. It's been a it's been a long game. I've been playing 4 years in the same league, and it's really it's tough grinding it out. So yeah, hopefully we do well and we move up the table, and you know, never know, might end up first. So yeah, let's get going. So this happened. I know I only said I was going to play a few games, maybe a few months, but I got into my stride and we won the league. After 4 long, grueling years, Dulwich Hamlet finished first in the Vanarama National League, and boy was it a journey. Just to summarise, after 46 games we won 32 of them, drawn 6 and lost 8, which is our best record yet. More importantly, we managed to score 100 goals and concede only 49, which leaves us with a points tally of 102. So that's something new. I've never hit 100 points in any football manager in any game that I've played. So I thought what I'd do is run you through the results and maybe look at the current team and look at any potential players we might sign, and then just go through minor details of players such as who finished top scorer, most assists, best passing, tackling, so on and so forth. So first things first, I actually can't remember how far ahead I said I'll play, but this is what we finished with. All in all, I think I had my best run between Jan till the end of the season, I'd say, in which we lost to three times. So from 16th of Jan till the end of the season, we only lost 3 times in the league, and we won all the other games. In particular, the game against Shrewsbury in the league was quite vital, because we did have to make up, I think it was a 7-point gap with the game in hand, and we managed to do it. And I think even by the time we played them, we were top by this point by 1 point. And we beat Shrewsbury, opened up the gap to 4 points, and then we just never looked back. I mean, it was the best season I've had with the game, and I'm still reeling a bit because it was still quite stressful. Even though we won everything, I needed to win 2 out of the last 4 games, I believe it was. So we beat Harrogate, everything was going fine, and then we lost to Eastleigh. And that's when the memories of bottling it from last year came in, and I said to myself, surely we need 1 win from 3. 1 win from 2. Surely we can't bottle it, and thankfully we didn't. And we won the league in the following game. It's been quite a journey. It really, really has. I mean, if you look at where the season started, actually started pretty well, all things considered. We have four draws in the first couple of months, and then lost to Mansfield. I think they were 2nd or 3rd at the time, and Gateshead were again 3rd or 4th at the time. I can't quite remember the exact positions. And then the Dorking game really kicked it off. Dorking were in the league below us, but we had this. I played half a full strength team. We won 7-5, and it just sort of, from there we went 4-0, 4-0, 3-1, 3-0, 3-0. I mean, we barely conceded. Even in the games that we lost, if you ignore the final game because I was on in-game holiday when I played it, the The time that we did lose, I don't think we conceded more than 2 goals. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Yeah, so our defense generally was pretty good. And I'm just really excited to finally make it to the Football League for the very first time. There were some records we broke. I believe we broke the record for the most. Actually, let's check. Why am I doing this from memory? If you go to National League, there we go. Right, we missed out on the most points by the last game, but we did have the most wins in a league season, which is something to be proud about. I've just realised we've also got the record for the most matches without scoring a couple of seasons ago. So all in all, we've got a couple of records, some good, some not so good. I'm just trying to look. Taylor Ferran, our captain, got our highest rating, but that was last year. I didn't realise we had some of these records. Do we have any other team records? Team goals. Okay, so we hit 100 goals last year as well. That's interesting, actually. Didn't realise. But yeah, we've got the most team goals in the year. And results-wise, we did not get the biggest win this year. We did get one in 2024. Attendance is no chance because we only have a capacity of 3,000. So, looking at that, let's take a look at the team stats. So we scored the most goals in 46 matches, only 4 of them from corners. And then Solihull Moors scored the second most goals at 87. So we beat them by quite a bit. We actually beat them by, 13 goals? Which is interesting, actually. We have the most points per game, but only just. I'd say the top 3 are, fairly similar. And I think we also have a record for scoring 10 in a row. We also take the most shots. And have the... I think that's literally the minutes since the last goal and not an average of how often we score. Because there's no chance they're scoring every 3 minutes. But we take the most shots, and the old adage, if you don't shoot, you won't score. Most tackles, we're probably not in this. Most clean sheets, again, we're not in this, which is quite interesting. We won the most games, but we didn't keep the most clean sheets. We're not in the top 8, to be fair. And I think that's because our keeper just isn't great, but he's leaving in the summer. We're going to probably end up with a fresh new squad anyway. Third for few shots against, so at least that's probably something. Which probably puts into perspective of not having... How many clean sheets did my keeper play? He only kept 12 clean sheets in the 46 game season. And I think he can take away 2 or 3 games from cup matches. Most possession, we finished second. Not bad again. Have a nice passing accuracy of 89%. And is that passes per game? Or passes completed? That can be a total number of passes completed. So we passed the most. Dribbled, I'm not expecting this to be high. Yeah, I don't play with any wingers, so I'd be surprised if we were there. And the fewest conceded, we're joint 5th. Shrewsbury with 40, so they did okay with that. Games without losing. Now, I'm wondering if this is recent. Yeah, so I'm trying to look for the most. Did Bournemouth go 20 games without winning? Okay, that is interesting. So let's look at the detailed stats for the season. I think it just takes me back to where we were, really. And let's see what else can we look at. Let's look at player stats. So Greg Balfour finishes top scorer on the Van Rooyen National League, which is pretty good. And Fraser Sharp, his partner, finishes 5th. Interestingly enough, we managed to sign Greg Balfour on a free, so I'm really happy with that. We could have also signed Sharp, but he turned us down, and we ended up. I think he ended up going to. Oh, it's not letting me look at the goals. There we go. I think he accepted a contract from Portsmouth. Yeah, he would have been good on the free, but Portsmouth are in the Championship. There are a couple of leagues above us. Most shots, I don't think Kyle Hudlin, for whatever reason, is taking the most shots. And not to see my two strikers there as well. Is that? Yeah, that is Charlie Savage, right? Robbie's son, who recently made his debut for Manchester United in the Champions League. So Charlie Savage picks up the most key passes. George Alexander, hang on, it's gone again. Jason Fitzpatrick finishes second in that, and I really don't get this sometimes because his passing attributes is between 2 and 8. Even at best, if it's 8, his vision at most will be 11, and it doesn't make sense for him to make the most key passes. But hey, might be a tactical thing. Mark Hart finishes 5th, so we do have a player there. Most tackled, Lenny Ray Carino, the Ghanaian fullback, and we probably don't have anyone there. And again, we don't have anybody in the clean sheets. Assists, Max Dean picks up the most assists with 13, and Puhovs and Mark Hart are one off. So really, they're joint second, and that's my two centre mids coming in with 24 assists. I can't complain. Man of the matches, Jamie Soule picks up 6, but Omari Hutchison picks up 10. Just trying to look at any potential players I might take with me to League 2. That feels like nice to say. No. Best pass completion, 97%, but I'm not sure if this means. Okay, no, he did play 42 times. I'm just curious about if they have like a minimum. Oh, here we go, 160 passes minimum attempted. Taylor Foran, our captain, finishes second with 97% completion with 10 key passes, and played 43 times. So that's good. Yeah, I'm not expecting anyone to have high dribbles. I don't play with wingers. We'll take a look at my tactic slightly later on, and the fewest conceded again. So Taylor Foran, can I have player detailed? Yeah, so who won the most games? My keeper won the most games. He played every game. Actually, did he? I think I'm pretty sure he played every game. I don't know how far back this goes. It goes back to Jan, but he did play every. There we go, league 46 games. So he did play every game. Games lost, I'm not interested. Who got the most yellows? He picked up 20 yellow cards in 39 appearances. He needs anger management class. Red cards, 2 players picked up 3 red cards. And generally speaking, my team's quite disciplined with regards to fouls and sending offs. Player of the match, we've gone through. Distance covered, Tom Knowles, the Conte of the non-league. What's his stamina like? Between 8 and 12, so I don't know how he's covering so much. Babalola? Again, I'm Damani Mella. There's nobody here who's really standing out. Jack Byrne, yeah. And our top, Greg Balford and Mark Hart, finished 8th and 9th. So distance covered per 90, which is interesting to see. Scrimshaw covers an average of 16 kilometres. But looking at this, he only had 1 appearance, so I think this is slightly misleading. I think Ronan Darcy is the first real candidate for who covers the most. And he is actually too bad of a player, actually. Average rating, Kyle Hudlin, and then Michael Hector comes in second, which is quite surprising. Didn't think he played that good. I mean, we signed him this year. He's 34 years old, and he won't be with me next year. He's going to want a wage increase, and I'm not paying him more. than what he's on, and our captain finishes that off. Taylor Ferran, Captain Marvel, gets the most headers. Udano. Apologies if I'm butchering the name. Is second. Hodlin finishes third. He's quite tall actually. Possession won, again Taylor Ferran. Possession lost, let's not look at that. Belford finishes with top goals and his expected goals of 29.99. I didn't know you can have personal expected goals. What's SHT? Shots on target. Average minutes per goal, this is what I wanted to look at earlier. So Belford is at 128. George Alexander. Let's see Stephen Walker. I'm going to scout him. Hodling keeps cropping up, so just in case he's worth taking with me. Shots on target, I'm not too worried about. Penalty, let's see who finished top of the penalties. Tom Nichols. And he had 13 penalties and he's scored 11 of them. I'm wondering if Belford's here now. We barely had any penalties, to be honest. Assists, Max Dean with 13, and we've already looked at that. Key passes, we've already looked at. And so I don't want to go through them all. But generally speaking, it was a healthy league. And I'm really glad that we've managed to win. Because for those of you who don't know, last year, our last game of the season was against Stockport. We lost. If you had drawn that game, we would have picked up the point and finished top on goal difference and would have got promoted. Last season, I lost 5 out of my last 7 matches. 2 of those matches were against Kidderminster and York. So, finishing last year with 87 points and not being promoted was quite annoying. Interestingly enough, 88 points won you the league last year. And the same amount only gets you 4th this year. So we had to fight for it this year, and it was well deserved. It was well deserved. So I'll just take you through my tactics really. So let me just put in my first teamers. That's fine. Yeah, that was my first team. So Krasniki averages 7.24, 34 appearances. His contract with QPR actually expires in a couple of months. And I'm going to see if I can get him on a free transfer. Hector Ferran, we all know. My left back's contract also expires in a few months, and I want to keep him, but I think he's asking for too much money actually. Let's just see. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Or that works out. It works out very well. Actually, he's taken a pay cut of more than half, about half pay cut. Reece Bennett, I've got him till next year, but this is one of the positions where I want to sign a defensive midfielder. I mean, his attributes are terrible, but he puts in decent performances. He's played 40 league games, averages 7.15. Puhovs, still haven't mastered how to pronounce his name. I'm wondering when his contract expires. So he's got a 2-year deal with Bournemouth. I might see if I can get him on loan again, but it depends on around the time. Mark Hart, 12 assists and 41 appearances. Again, not too bad. He was with us last year, and he had 12 assists in 33 appearances. He actually left around Feb, I think, or Jan, and I didn't manage to replace him, and so we would have won the league if we had kept him. He was playing really well last year. Jamie Soule, probably the unsung hero. 15 goals and 8 assists in 35 appearances from the number 10 position. His contract also expired. I'm wondering if they all accept, because I'm in League 2. What's he currently on? 1.4 was it? I think they're all accepting lower contracts. because I've made it to League 2. I've got a sneaky feeling that's what this is. It is quite a surprise. All in all, I think that's a nice place to leave it, really. Just, we managed to win the league and we're in League 2 now. So I've sent my scouts. Have I? I've got a current budget of £400. I'm not sure if it's reset yet, but it should eventually. Let's just take a quick look at anyone on our shortlist. I do want to try to sign him, but I don't think I'll be able to afford him. Where did Tranmere finish? Oh, they finished third in League 2. Is that a promotion? Yeah, that's an automatic promotion. Fair enough. To League 1, and there are a few others that I've got my eye on. But we'll see. I'm going to do that in the stream. I'm not going to look to sign anybody just yet. But yeah, I just thought it'd be a nice place to end, really, the fact that we've managed to get promoted after four attempts. It's really, really, it was stressful, it was jarring. I mean, the season hasn't ended completely, the playoffs are still going, but I don't care at this point. And we've managed to do it. Dulwich are in League 2. I would like to thank everyone who's watching. If you would like to watch the full stream, you can catch me on Twitch. The link should be in the description below, or you can search my Twitch handle, which is at Yocto Gamer, which is YOCTOGAMER. It'd be nice to have you guys for along the journey for League 2 and League 1, and we will make it to the Champions League. It's going to happen. It will. I just want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope to catch you next time.